Yeah, uh, welcome everyone. This is the third episode of Face Off Friday, a debate that we conduct on our Instagram live, but due to some circumstances, we are conducting this on a Zoom meeting, which will be posted immediately after this. So, the two participants that we have today, one is a cricket historian, an MBA grad, and a very good friend for sure. Uh, and the other one is also a very good friend. Is a ex-president of a road track club and a constant manner for sure. I know that she debates a lot. The two participants for today are Yashaswee Raman and Amisha Patil. Thank you for being a part of this, guys. Uh, okay, so the topic for today's debate is gay couples should be allowed to adopt children. Okay, so before starting this debate, I'd like to clarify that all three of us are in support of this, but only for the course of debate. Amisha will be the opposition of the topic, and Yashasvi will be the proposition. So there are some rules that I'd like to clarify beforehand. The time for noting down opening speeches, which used to happen before this, will not be given anymore. You'll have straight up 5 minutes to open the speech. The proposition goes first, opposition follows. After that, notes for rebuttal round, you'll have 2 minutes to write. That you can decide if you want to take, or else we'll directly start with the rebuttal round. In that, you have the proposition goes first and the opposition follows. After that, the rebuttal round is 15 minutes, but upon agreement of both of you, we can extend it by further 5 to 7 minutes. But if even one of you disagrees to that, the rebuttal will stop there and then. After that, 2 minutes will be given to write closing speeches. This is because closing speeches have to be written on the course of the debate. You cannot include any new points in the closing speech. Here, opposition goes first, and the proposition follows. Uh, the criterion on which the participants will be judged are content, use of quotations, body language, diction, and vocal delivery, logical illustrations and analysis, discipline maintained during rebuttal round. By which I mean, if any one of you cuts the other one in between, points will straight up be deducted. And the sixth is question answer round, which I don't know if we'll be having or not. Discrepancies of any sort during the debate will be resolved at the moderator's discretion. The decision will be final and binding. The topic for today is gay couples should be allowed to adopt children. Yashasvi Raman is the proposition. Amisha Patil is the opposition for this. And the 2 minutes, the 5 minute opening speeches, uh, Yashasvi goes first, and it starts now.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rotapan. It's a pleasure being on the show. And hi, this is Yashaswee Raman. And yeah, the topic for today, gay couples should be allowed to adopt children. I'm for the topic. And I feel, and there is a very big notion in the world. It is that everybody in this world should have and should be allowed to have children, be it biologically, be it by surrogacy, or be it by adoption. Anybody and everybody can have children. Every year, hello?
Good to go, no problem. Oh, did he lag? You can continue.
So, so we need to understand one thing. Every year, if we talk about India, there are a lot of children who are up for adoption. Nobody takes them. There is no proper education given to them. There is no proper food given to them, no proper clothes, no proper basic needs. And if a person, regardless of his or her biological or religious or whatever thoughts can adopt him or her, see what is going to happen to that child, how much that child can improve in life. And I believe that everybody should be given an opportunity to get all the, all the facilities. People talk about equality. This is the thing, everybody can have equality over here. And one thing, this is a very good topic, but I just want to ask something. Is there a need of debate in this? Because I'll ask a very simple question, and that would be my closing remark for my opening remark. Is there a need for discussion? Because this is something which is not illegal. Everybody can have. Everybody can adopt children. There's nothing in the penal code saying gay people, no, nothing doing. Normal people, you can adopt, nothing doing. Everybody. On 6th of September 2018, if I'm right with the year, the Honorable Supreme Court just said we are legalizing gay marriages. LGBTQ is legalized. It never said that LGBTQ cannot adopt children. They can have children through surrogacy. They could have children through whatever means they want. So I feel there's no need of this debate only. It's then and there, everybody can have children. Thank you.
That was a great opening remark, Yashaswee. Amisha, you can start.
Yes, thank you so much. So, hello everyone, I'm Amisha Patil and I will be going against the motion. So, majorly we actually focuses on the couple's satisfaction, where we believe, where we believe that the couple should be very happy enough and they should adopt kids and there should be a well-being amongst them. But at the same point, I actually think that the children have their right and to have have to have a mother and a father. And you will be like, just a second, like why are we giving the attention and sympathy to the giving to the adults, where the major focus here should be like giving the sympathy to the adults, like the desires and the well-beings are being overwritten by adults. And that is one thing that I'm majorly concerned, because in our religion and the constitution has looked upon that the definitions are quite clear regarding the remarrying or the gay marriages or the divorce as well, where it is quite a question like whether there should be two mothers present at a birth certificate of a child. And when you think upon that, there isn't any different issue, but they are ultimately limiting them giving up to the just one question that we should we ignore or should we respect the rights of the child? And that should be the major concern over here. Because of the adult sympathy, we are just overriding the right that the children should have. And as Yashaswee just mentioned in his opening speech, that it is legal to gay marriage to get married in India, but I would like to just correct it. It is not yet legalized in Article 377. Which was proposed 6 months before, and it is not yet legalized. So at least a gay couple should get married, and the adoption goes ultimately to another stage of the discussion. So here, as a point of matter, I would say the discussion should be upon the rights of a child, and it is just getting overlapped by the adult issues. Thank you so much.
Great opening remark, Amisha, as well. 15 minutes for the rebuttal. Start right now. The proposition goes first. Opposition follows.
So, there was, thanks, Ratapan. So, it was a very good opening remark by Amisha, no doubt about that. But there's one thing, which she said, and it is actually, it is actually important. I'll agree to it about the child's right. I agree to it, the child's right. But okay, now let's go into the shoes of the children and think it this way. I'm a child. I'm taking it on myself. I'm not putting anybody else in a spotlight. So please, no offense to anybody. It's to me. If I'm orphan, I'm in the orphanage. I'm 5 years old. I don't have anybody to take me home, and somebody comes and I don't care what is gay, what is normal. I don't care. I just want a family. See through the eyes of the child. That is what the child wants. Maybe a family, someone who can care for them. Someone who can give them good education. Maybe help them grow in what they like, be it education, be it sports, be it anything. And also one more thing, which is very interesting is, see, and I'm not going to comment on the normal couples or the gay couples, but here, if a person, if a child, okay, goes into a family whose parents are same sex, homosexual, or maybe even transgender, no problem. They'll see the world a little differently, the children. They'll understand, they'll have that empathy in them. I am not saying that nobody else has empathy. I'm saying everybody has empathy. They would have maybe a percentage or 2% more, where they can understand what people actually want, what people are. There are children these days who just go on the road and they pass some derogatory comment, which is not right. Maybe those kids will have a little sense of affection, a little sense of empathy. I'm using this word empathy a lot of times because that is very important. Very important to understand from a person's point of view and from a society which we live right now. And you have to understand the importance of empathy. Everybody is very busy in their life. If we can show up 1 second of empathy towards anybody, that person would become really happy. So we need to understand that part as well. And talking about these were the most important points that I felt. And thank you for correcting me if I was wrong. But still, yes, still, we need to understand one more thing. If a single parent can adopt children, why not gay couples? There's nothing wrong. Gay couples
Yashaswee,
are there.
can you please get
Yeah.
at the question again? थोड़ा time का scene है. Ask the question. Complete your
Okay.
answer and ask the question. Let's
Okay. I have
keep
to ask a
that a
question.
format. Yeah, you will
Yeah.
start the debate, no?
Okay. I have to ask a question. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
No problem.
yeah. So, where was I? Yeah. I was talking about, so this shouldn't be a problem. So I have a question for you, Amisha. And the question would be, children's rights are fine. Children's rights, parents' rights are fine. How do you believe that it will not affect the society? This is going to help society as well. Don't you think that it's not going to help society grow in a better manner? So
Amisha,
that
you
would be
can
my
go
question.
ahead.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, okay. So I will come to the question in a few minutes, but you just said one statement in your speech that by telling that the kids do not understand with whom they are living, or it doesn't matter basically that if they are living with a gay couple or a lesbian couple, or especially if they cannot, that doesn't matter. Well, by saying that you're just gay, and that is clearly not acceptable in our society. Okay. Well, when we talk about that, well, there are a lot of pressure on the kids and the gay parents when they, pleases their parents to have a sort of, they have to carry a banner forward for them by being with a couple of gay parents. And when you read about it, it is just a conversation between published in many books and research papers as well, where the publication has been published by the pro-gay marriage daughter as well, where she has committed and she has stated that she has been pressurized by her gay parents to act like they are acting right now and to carry their flags forward ahead. And this clearly gives the kid, and to admit that it is very difficult, and it is, to be very honest, it becomes a political pressure around this and its surrounds. So the lesbian section says that the family structure doesn't matter, or the kid doesn't care if they are raised by two mothers or fathers. But I really do not think it is the reality, at least in India, because by looking at the simple statistics which will limit here, will have a very little about the family functioning, about the same sex adopted families having a very moderate low income, and these several kids are being, those older kids have been, including the adolescents, are functioning in that family at over the due times. But due to that low income and not proper research which have been having, the question arises here that remaining in the need of a high quality research for the same sex families issues, where especially the families of the gay fathers having a low income should be researched now, because we do not have a proper data regarding how the family structure within the gay couple really functions. And without having any proof, we cannot just state and let the children see that they will live and they will adopt however they have been given to any parent, because the adoption is a child's case, and it's not a gay right. Okay, if you make any sense, the legislation and the public should have heard the organization who are advised to give the child's interest in that favor. Outcoming of the kids, as you have mentioned, as you asked the question regarding the society, so I would say our Indians come in a very conservative families, and we are living in a very traditional situation where the harmony gets disturbed when a particular section of a living comes with the idea of accepting a kid. First thing, it is not yet legalized, and second thing, you are telling to adopt. The harmony of the society and that conservative society which we have clearly restricts what it is going to have, and it disturbs the structure which as an Indian family we have. So that actually develops a critical mindset for the kid as well, because of not being accepted in the society, and because of the adult and the adolescence which they go through, give a unhealthy, they go through various harassments throughout, and that really affects the growth of a child for looking at the very long term perspective. So I guess that gives you an answer for it.
Do you have any question for the proposition?
I will ask in the further detail.
Okay, Yashaswee, how do you respond to that?
Yeah. You made a very interesting point about financials and economy and conservative nature of the people. I'll just tell you one thing. If a person, I don't know you a lot, so I'm not going to make a comment on you. If a person wants something, he wouldn't care about what's going on. That's one thing. Second thing about I never said that the child should go on to adopt what parents is. No, never. A child is a complete. I'm talking about only a growth. How a growth of a person can actually affect him. Now you tell me, just open your mind once, remove all the financials, economy. These are something, this is secondary. You really don't need at this point of time. What you actually need is the care of the child. And the care of the child can be taken even if a parent is not financially very stable. And one very basic thing, take normal parents as well. Even if a parent is earning 50,000 or 45,000 per month, he takes the best care of his children. As I said, the gay couple who have adopted a children, they're not compelling a child to take whatever he can do whatever he wants. And now I just make a brilliant point over here. If a parent even earns 25 to 30,000 rupees per month, he'll take the best care of his child, even though it's adopted, even though it's surrogate, or even though it is his own biological child after having a biological child. So this is very important to understand that the financial won't hamper a child's growth. Financial is something which will never hamper. And one thing, okay, I'll make a very quick point and then I'll just finish it. Have you heard of the name Leah Tahu and Amy Satterthwaite? These are two. These are not Indians. These are from New Zealand. These are cricketers, and they have a child. They have a child together. So surrogate process and a child through adoption.
Yashaswee, you can. Okay, so due to some unavoidable circumstances, Yashaswee's internet is still not helping us, and he has asked us to give Amisha the game. But if any of the audience member want to take Yashaswee's side and debate, the floor is open. Abhi up,
Yes,
one
cool.
go.
Okay, so I was making a point over here regarding if people knew about two cricketers. Fuck, bro.
Okay, so Yashaswee has some internet issues, and for that, I will be making his point. Okay, because he's asked me to. And after that, Prasham will be an entertainment, point to this. He has some points for the from Amisha's side, from the opposition side, but I don't know who will answer them because I won't. But I will try my best to answer. Lee Tahuhu and Amy Sathwaite had children using surrogacy and adoption, and now their kids are a little older and doing well and have mixed extremely nicely in the society. He's typing. हाँ तो his point was कि जब ये लोग अच्छे से मिक्स हो सकते हैं in the society when they are publicly acclaimed figures मतलब his parents are publicly acclaimed people and अगर वो भी अच्छे से mix हो सकते हैं society में then what's the problem?
Can I go ahead?
हाँ please.
Yes. So there are a few couples who are quite stable with their living, but at the backhand there are many of the couples who are not suitable enough for adoption because we don't have any proper research based on it, because a few of the factors which when a kid comes across and he speaks up, there are a few of the issues which I would like to point out, that when one gender is missing and the particularly the father, we see most of the predictions and the patterns raised by the children, and specifically arising of the early sexual behaviors and in the girls, and the problems with the laws of the boys as well. And it is widely acknowledged that the psychological community that the child suffers through the tantrums, which the losses of the even at the times of the loss of the both parents, or the divorce, or the abandon their child. So these factors are sometimes not covered in the media, and just the publicly spotlighted couples are being focused with a few of the couples who are facing these issues are not covered in the social media. But here I would like to mention one case which has happened in USA a few years before, that when there was a family, husband and wife, and they have a son, and the couple got divorced, and the lady got married to a lesbian. I mean, they got lesbians, and then the mother of the child came and gave a declaration upon his son to have the rights of that son. So in that statement, she have mentioned that she want to convert his son to a girl. And by this statement, his father went to the court, and there was a case running on for that. And I don't know if I should say it, unfortunately, but that case went to the favor of that mother. And the child, the feelings of the child, it does not, it didn't got covered in that statement. And now he would be pressurized to be however the lesbian, mother would say. So these are some of the cases which are, highly underrated, I would say, and it is not being, given a good flash in the news. But yes, there are such cases which are happening, and because of that, I stated that there should be a proper survey done throughout this. And I have found some surveys that the kids function good in the schools at that particular time when a gay couple adopts it. But looking at the major fact that when it comes to a long time looking, like the life that which they go through, there are many tantrums which they go through and the mental instability which they go, that is not being covered, but just the school spotlight has been done. So I really think that there should be a proper acknowledgement done toward this, because this is a gigantic step which we take, and the protection of child's rights is in the order to being catered by the desires of the adults. So it is quite underrated, and I would say yeah, that's from my side, I
Great.
guess.
So I'd just like to clarify one thing. The point of Yashaswee's question was the parents can help a child being more empathetic and help him or her grow. That's it from his side. Okay, Prasham, if you want to join now, you can. And if anyone wants to go for the proposition of this debate, the floor is open. And oh, nice. And we can have a debate on this one as well. अगर किसी को आना है तो please turn your videos on. And the topic is मतलब आपके जो भी अभी आएगा उनके side में topic है, मतलब the topic is edging towards you guys, so you can just defend it very well, I guess. So if anyone can, तो please, that will be a great help, because Prasham के questions are crooked, to say the least.
It is against, yeah.
Yeah, and I have the questions with me, and never mind. Prasham, first of all, congratulations on winning the last Face of Friday. You aced it.
Thank you.
Cannot wait to see what you've got for us in this one. अगर आपके सवाल का जवाब मैं ना दे पाऊँ तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि यशस्वी नहीं दे सकता, इसका मतलब है कि मैं पागल हूँ. ठीक है? Yashaswee might have the answers to these questions, but I don't. I might not. So please, Prasham, go ahead. The floor is yours.
मेरे हिसाब से the questions that I'm going to put forth now are dead ends. उसको आंसर है ही नहीं किसी के पास. ठीक है, वो dead end है. It is a fact. ठीक है. Now all the examples that I heard of, sorry I joined a little late. तो उसके पहले अगर कोई example यशस्वी ने दिया हो तो I missed it, sorry. And the examples that I heard of were of a cricketer couple in New Zealand, and the last one, I don't know if the names were different. I was not, sorry, एक और couple का नाम था, but both of them not in this country.
Those were the same one.
Okay, तो एक ही couple का नाम है अभी तक, very good earning family or earning couple, but
Privileged.
but the thing is that आज का debate इंडिया में है, इंडिया के बारे में है, और इंडिया में सिर्फ इसकी चलती है, अपनी नहीं चलती. ठीक है, तो इनकी क्या है, इनकी राय क्या है? इनकी राय अभी तक सिर्फ ये है कि queer community and LGBTQA+ has only been acknowledged as legal in this country. Marriage is not legal, and
Not
after
legal.
that, yeah.
Yashaswee stated ये before you joined कि according 18 September नहीं 24th September 2018 को he might have missed the year कि
I opposed him by that.
हाँ कि
he said marriages are legal. I was there at
legal,
that time, and I'm
I
correcting it. Yeah, Amisha also corrected it. It is not legal.
Okay.
So if your existence in this country is legal, no one is going to hit you now. No one can legally hit you or abuse you on that front. Yeah, on that front. Okay. Marriage is not legal, and by that logic, by Indian culture, no adoption is allowed. ठीक है, अब ये क्यों नहीं होना चाहिए at this moment? First of all, I am not see. Let's say as Yashaswee said कि if you are a couple and you want to adopt someone, तो वो right तुम्हें होना चाहिए. ठीक है, this is what his point was. But I am saying कि ये right उनको क्यों नहीं होना चाहिए अभी फिलहाल is because currently the law is against you. The law is not allowing you to get married. So adoption is a step that comes after marriage, especially in India. And in countries like New Zealand, where the population is very small and it is very welcoming, and they are only one side. Like apne idhar, there are a lot of religions,
Multiple
lot of caste,
sides,
lot of races, and lot of ideologies. So you are going to just cut yourself into half if you go that route. Okay? Yes.
बट अगर पॉपुलेशन की बात करें ब्रो, तो अडॉप्टिंग मतलब जिनको अडॉप्ट करना है वो तो ऑलरेडी पैदा हो चुके हैं.
पर मैं वैसे कहाँ बोल रहा हूँ कि तुझे पैदा करना.
नहीं तो यू सेड कि वहाँ की पॉपुलेशन कम है तो वहाँ पे अगर भी अडॉप्ट करे देन
their marriages are allowed.
Okay.
There in those countries, in Western countries and on the east with New Zealand and Australia,
everywhere except India, gay marriages are allowed. Let's keep it like that.
The Asian countries specifically. Asian countries में allowed नहीं है.
अच्छा.
So I did not say that, but yeah. तो जो भी है, तो
ये कट हो जाएगा.
नहीं है allowed. और दूसरा ये है कि as Amisha also mentioned briefly कि financially they are still discriminated part of the society, so they are not treated as well, especially in workplace. Society बात की बात है, I am concentrating it towards one specific sector where in the workplace, if you are from the queer community, you might not be acknowledged that much and you might not be getting paid that much. तो उसके बाद तुम यशस्वी ने बोला इसके point, I am just summarizing up everything I know कि अगर कोई माँ बाप है या कोई माँ है और कोई बाप है, so they will just look at giving their child a better life, even if they are earning 20,000, 25,000, 30,000 a month. But that is in the initial phase of his life or her life. Going forward, up in the stage where we are sitting right now and talking, our parents have paid a lot of money to send us to that college. They have paid a lot of money to send us to that kind of school. So what is the increment of lifestyle that you are giving that child over an orphanage is my point. With that kind of financial stability.
True.
Okay. And the other part is, as I already said, कि जब marriage ही allowed नहीं, तो तुम आगे जा रहे हो, और उसके बाद what kind of abuse are you looking at that phase where your child like your parents are a gay couple. And when you go out in the society, when you go to your school, when you go to some coaching classes or anywhere, people are going to know and people are going to judge you on that and people are going to assault you on that verbally, physically.
The child will be discriminated for sure.
Yes. तो वो इंडिया के पर्सपेक्टिव से अगर देखते हैं तो देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि कोई स्कूल उसको एडमिशन नहीं देगी बिकॉज हमें वो नहीं चाहिए अपने स्कूल में कि किसी एक पे टारगेट हो रहा है और हम उसे नहीं रोक पा रहे हैं.
Exactly, and I just specified like एक बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट पे 2 वुमेन या फिर 2 मेन का नाम होना अभी तक लीगलाइज हुआ ही नहीं है. So accepting उनको स्कूल्स वगैरह में इज अ लॉन्ग टर्म थिंग. I mean,
yeah, I agree. And मतलब हर एक डिबेट हमारा इसी पे एंड हो रहा है कि मेंटालिटी चेंज होनी चाहिए. लास्ट डिबेट भी इस पे एंड हुआ, उसके पहले वाला भी इसी चीज पे एंड हुआ कि जब तक मेंटालिटी चेंज नहीं होती तब तक लॉन्ग पॉइंट चेंज हम लोग नहीं एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते.
Topics need to change. Are you seeing at the topics need to change?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, the point was like Supreme Court even said that कि legalization नहीं है marriages का, but what he said that इसका जो statement, I mean जो decision जो होगा इसका even after the decade कि whether it is allowed to get married or not, it depends upon the political party. He stated that. And our political parties are so much backward in mindset, and the society is so much conservative that getting it accepted is quite a dream, at least in the current situation.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the current ruling party banned selling meat yesterday in a particular city.
Yes.
So we are only going backwards, not going forward.
Extreme
for sure.
Rightist is getting evolved more.
I can see Prasham getting annoyed here. I can see, but
I'm
this
not
is
getting
not that.
annoyed. I just have 1 point. I just have
You
one
have
point.
opinions.
The only point that Yashaswee had in his favor was because of this very ruling party. The only point that we
Yeah.
are debating about it
Yeah.
today is only because of this ruling party. I rest that case there. But one last point. हो गया रिकलेक्शन. अपने कंट्री में अभी तक कोई भी सेलिब्रिटी आके ये नहीं बोला है कि आई एम गे. इवन इफ they are inside their closet and they have not had the guts to come out and say that in
Come
public.
out and
And
speak
now
up. Yes.
ये let's say अमेरिका में ये बहुत ज्यादा चलता है, यूके में ये बहुत ज्यादा चलता है, न्यूजीलैंड में ये बहुत ज्यादा चलता है. क्यों चलता है? कहाँ से क्यों शुरू हुआ? No one from the streets went up and said, oh, I am gay. It was from top down. जब तक अपने यहाँ से टॉप डाउन नहीं होगा ये. You know,
नहीं होगा.
Sheldon from Big Bang Theory is a gay in real life. Barney Stinson, who is a womanizer in How I Met Your Mother, is gay.
ये 2
Ellen
क्रिकेटर्स
DeGeneres,
जिनके नाम यशस्वी ने लिए.
हाँ, yeah. So these are the famous people who have made it okay for people to come out and say that
Plus,
yes, I am from this
हाँ,
community. I belong
प्लस
to it.
जो मतलब अगर कोई कन्फेस करता भी है तो उनको मतलब वी ऑल नो दैट कि सोशल मीडिया पे इतनी ट्रोलिंग होती है एक तो.
They
एंड
are looked
प्लस
down upon.
हाँ, दे आर लुक डाउन अपॉन. एंड फिर अगर ऐसे स्पेस में कोई जी रहा है तो व्हाई वुड समवन everyone would care for their life is what I'm saying. तो और यहाँ पे पब्लिक असॉल्ट्स अभी तक इलीगल नहीं. यहाँ पे कोई भी आके
बहुत.
नहीं मतलब टू देयर कम्युनिटी या मतलब होते हैं, कॉमन है. इट्स नॉट अ रेयर साइट. वी कैन मतलब हम देख सकते हैं अभी इफ समवन अभी मतलब okay, I don't want to take names, but a famous movie director who is supposed to be gay is shamed daily on his social media. Everyone knows whom I'm talking about right now, but yeah, and he has adopted mute है तू, no problem. So
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I mean he confessed it in his biography. What do I say?
अच्छा किया है तो फिर ठीक है ना. तो
हाँ मतलब देख ब्रो, मतलब वो एक अलग डिबेट है ना ब्रो. बुक्स ओवर मूवीज. वो पब्लिकली ऐसा विजुअल मीडियम पे आके कुछ नहीं किया, बुक में कर दिया है. ऐसा 700 पेजेस का बुक में एक पेज में कहीं पे कर दिया. कौन पढ़ने वाला?
तूने पढ़ा?
मैं तो इंटेंसिव रीडर हूँ ना.
हाँ.
तो माय पॉइंट इज मेड हियर कि जब तक वो पब्लिकली कन्फेस नहीं करता वो अभी तक बिहाइंड द कर्टन्स है.
Yes.
तब तक उसको फिर भी उसको इतनी ट्रोलिंग हो रही है. मतलब इमेजिन अगर वो कभी कल आके कन्फेस कर दे कि ये 2 बच्चे जो मेरे 2-3 जितने भी ये जो है मेरे थ्रू सरोगेसी है एंड आई हैव अडॉप्टेड देम या व्हाटएवर हिज पॉइंट इज देयर.
Just say the name now. That's all what is left.
ठीक है ना. माय पॉइंट वाज ओनली दिस कि मेरे को नाम नहीं लेना है बट पूरा पजल मैं सब सॉल्व करके दूंगा तुम्हें. पजल क्वेश्चन तुम ढूंढो कौन है ये. तो हाँ, तो मतलब तब उसको कितनी ट्रोलिंग होगी अपन आज सोच सकते हैं, राइट. तो हाँ, और कुछ है किसी के पास पॉइंट?
I am done. Thank you for the platform.
थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग अ पार्ट. तो हाँ मतलब यार एक मराठी वर्ड आई नो बट उसको यार जिसको ऑपोजिशन नहीं होता उसको क्या बोलते हैं? मतलब unopposed winner for this debate is Amisha Patil. And thank you for being a part of
fair
this.
points enough, but
Sorry, yeah, 100%. So the next topic will not be this controversial for sure. ये वाला थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया था क्योंकि I did not choose that. Random generator से जो निकला वो हम लोग ने ये कर दिया था. Thank you for being a part of this. 3 plugins: Friday Face Off Friday, Sunday Poetry Sundays, Monday Melodious Monday, and YouTube channel on, LinkedIn on. Yeah, go follow everywhere. And thank you for being a part of this. Thank you, Amisha, for being a part
thank
of
you
this.
so much.
I hope you liked
For
it.
the record, I'm not opposing gay marriages, okay?
Yes, that's
It was just a
that
topic which I
needs to
was
be
given
said.
to, but yeah.
But you made some very
Thank you so-
legit points. Thank you
Yeah.
for making that.
Same here.
Thank you so
Blame
much.
Yeah.
them.
Of course.